All right, everybody, welcome out to the Midland Area River Days Taco Eating Competition for 2025. Can we get a little bit of a round of applause? So our first contestant is our returning champion, Charlie. Charlie, come on up.
Can I be crowned Taco King of Midland once again, earning the funniest prize I've ever seen? Stick around because this contest was hot, fast, and crunchy in ways I wasn't ready for.
Let's make some noise. We're going to have some fun today. I'm going to read the rules for our judges up here who will be counting, and also for our contestants and our audience here.
Now, there are rules with any competition, and you could skip ahead to the start of the action, but be warned, some of these rules seriously mess with my strategies.
All right, so today the contest duration is exactly 4 minutes. Contestants may only begin eating upon the official start signal, which is just me. I'll just say go eventually. And for taco consumption, partial tacos will count toward the contestant's total in the measurement of quarters. Quarter taco, half taco, three-quarter taco. Contestants may not dunk, dilute, mash, ball, separate, or otherwise alter the taco's physical state. Any form of tampering will result in immediate disqualification. The chipmunking rule. After the 4-minute eating period concludes, I will count out an additional 30 seconds. You will have that long to swallow the food that is still in your mouth. No additional food can be placed in your mouth in that 30 seconds, and you cannot use your hands in that 30 seconds. Respectful conduct. Contestants must remain respectful. I believe we will not have an issue with that today. Unsportsmanlike conduct will result in disqualification. No outside food or drink during the contest. I don't know why you would bring outside food to a taco eating contest, but we are saying that. And you are provided water. You all have 2 waters. I do have more water on the stage here for you if you are to run out. But grounds for disqualification. If there are any reversals, and yes, it does happen, you will be disqualified. I do have a trash can up here on the stage. Contestants observed breaking any of the rules will be immediately disqualified. And the judges' decisions are final. We are going to trust them today as well. And for participating in this contest, you voluntarily assume all the risks. We do not have dairy in these tacos as well. So you all are in good health. You're at least 18 or you signed a waiver with your parents. So we are ready to go. So now, River Days audience, are you ready for the taco eating competition? Ashley, do we have anybody to launch it off for us this year? All right. Well, I'm going to bring the clock up.
He's just getting started right now.
Contestants, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. I have a 4-minute timer ready to go. Now, River Days audience, we're going to count them down from 10. When you hear 0, you guys can begin eating. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's get it going. Let's get some movement on these tacos. How are we doing?
Woo! So to set the stage, Midland River Days is this awesome festival featuring hot air balloons filling the sky, live music blasting, food trucks as far as the eye can see, and the crown jewel, a high-stakes taco eating contest.
Our returning champ is going after it early.
I was going after it early. I changed my game plan up a little bit compared to the prior year. Mainly, I tried staying as upright as possible while chewing and letting gravity do the heavy lifting. Another tweak was smaller bites and pulling away as I bit down. That way I could better separate the chunks of shredded chicken cleanly. The biggest change I made was more water. Why? I found out pretty quick that these tortilla shells that were on top of the pile, they'd been baking in the sun quite a while and started drying out, so every sip mattered, especially considering I wasn't allowed to ball up the tacos, which I figured would be useful to better incorporate some of the drier pieces of the tortilla with all that juicy and amazingly tasty filling.
The first to 10 or the most in 4 minutes. Last year, Charlie put down 9.5, I believe. Incredible.
As the MC said, last year I was only half a taco shy from completing the whole box of tacos, which left me with a tortilla-sized chip on my shoulder just because I didn't get all of them down.
You have 2.5 minutes remaining. 2.5 minutes remaining. Let's go for it. I want to see a little bit of urgency in you. Who's winning our father-son duo here? Who's winning over here? You got 3? Jessica, what do you got? 2, all right. We got 3. Son's beating him. The son's beating him. Come on, Dad, don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Come on, Charlie, you got it. Woo-hoo!
Being that we have Louie on stage here, when we get down to the last 30 seconds, I want to see a heck of a funky feather from everyone here in the audience.
At just over the halfway point, it was real comforting knowing that I'd already passed the 5 taco mark. That being said, I didn't realize that there were others that returned this year that had also improved their taco eating skills.
Okay, we got 6 here for Charlie. How do we have here for Nathan? 5? Okay, 6, 5. Anyone down here have more than, well, we got 5 here at the end? All right, we're getting it put down over here.
Tacos were flying, chicken shredding, tortilla flakes going everywhere. My rhythm felt pretty good, but a little more than halfway through, I realized I only had a mere 1 taco lead. Just 1. Not exactly the kind of cushion I wanted when the contest was a mere 240 seconds long. So I had to do what all great taco warriors do. I dug deep and got in the zone. Every chew was mechanical, every swallow was strategic. I tuned out the crowd, the music, and even Louie Loon, the local baseball team mascot. It was just me and those remaining tacos staring back at me like tiny folded enemies. With less than a minute left, I grabbed my 10th taco like it was the last life raft on the Titanic. I was powering through, chomping down, and then I made sure to scrape every last crumb, every last shred, every last drop of chicken taco goodness into my mouth, finishing the 10th and final taco.
30 seconds left, 30 seconds left. Charlie's finishing up. We already have a winner, but let's keep eating, let's keep eating. Let's see who's gonna be number 2. 20 seconds remaining. Bring it on, we're in a Lou's game. We got Louie Loon on the stage here.
And with that, I secured my back-to-back taco munching champ win. About to get the coolest prizes I've ever gotten from a food challenge.
3, 2, 1.
And that's it, that's it. No more hands, no more hands. Hands down, hands down, hands down, hands down, hands down. You've got 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
So where do we even go from here? To quote Kid Rock, I packed up my game and I headed out west. About 30 miles. The name of next week's challenge is so sassy, I'd probably violate YouTube's policies just by saying it out loud. But what I can say is, you'll be one sorry if you miss it. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up, and get ready, because this taco champ is just getting started.
I smell bacon, Daddy.
Henry smelled a lot more than just bacon. With over 27 layers of flavor, this was by far the most stacked of a burger patty challenge I've ever faced. Fortunately, I had some help from an old friend and my usual hype crew.
Go, Daddy, go. Go, Daddy, go.
Let's take a look at our bowls here. Clean, empty plate from Charlie. Never a doubt he was coming for it. Nathan, great work. We got 8 down. No, respectable showing. What do you have here? 3.5, respectable showing. Sarah, where are we at this year? 5. How you feeling?
My jaw hurts.
All right. All right, the game within the game, father, son. Daddy, gotcha. How do you feel about that one?
Knew you would do it.
How do you feel beating good old dad in this?
Very good.
He didn't know I'm going to come to Michigan and accomplish something here. Made this huge trip for this. Ronnie, first time, you said you've never done one of these competitions before?
Nope. Like tacos.
Just like talking. 9.5. That's impressive.
Wow.
That's what took this competition last year. Let's give Ronnie a round of applause. And Basil, thank you for coming out today. 6 for him as well. Everyone did so incredible. This is honestly our best showing we've ever had in terms of eaters. Let's give them all a huge round of applause. But we do have a trophy that we have to award now. Last year, Charlie won a Frisbee, which I'm sure is a prized possession of his. But this year, as our returning taco munch and eating champ, we've got this giant jug of Tums. Charlie, lift it up for everyone to see. This is River Days glory! Woo!
I've often joked that the prize I win for many of my food challenges is indigestion, so this was absolutely perfect to get this huge jar of antacids. This thing's basically a fire extinguisher for your stomach, and it now sits proudly next to my trophy from last year, the massive Frisbee. I have a shelf in my basement loaded with non-shirt related prizes from food challenges, and it's starting to look like a yard sale hosted by a food-crazed lunatic. In addition to this giant jar of antacids, I also received an amazing hat and a gift card to Proper Taco. If you want to see more of my food challenge antics, as well as last year's taco eating contest, check out these 2 links here. I'll catch you in the next video. As always, stay hungry.